Hello and welcome to another to the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we are talking about, well, something that I never get to do on this show because I never have a guest: the interview. So, when I say the interview, well, we're talking about the movie that almost caused World War III indirectly, where, I gotta say, of all the movies that I've wanted to talk about recently, this one kind of hits near and dear because, well, it's about a late night talk show host in a way. I think he was a late night talk show host. I haven't watched the movie in a little bit, but I remember basic plot points. So, it's about James Franco, who's a talk show host, and his producer, Seth Rogen, who, well, he's fat. And that's the joke of the movie most of the time, but that's okay, because it's Seth frickin' Rogen here. So, I think the movie overall is great. I think it's an FAR. Do I think it could have been better? Yes. Do I think it could have been worse? Yes. Do I think the movie that almost caused World War III to maybe start, that being, making fun of one of the worst, or one of the biggest dictators in the world right now? A little bit crazy, but then, Sony's emails got hacked. We found out that Idris Elba could have been James Bond, but he's black, so that doesn't work, I guess. So, personally, I'd love to see Idris Elba be James Bond, but now that Sony has nothing to do with Bond, I don't think it's going to happen, but still, that's a little tangent, because the emails leaked, and they weren't going to release this movie originally, and then they're like, you know what? Freedom of speech, baby. Middle fingers. And then they released it. So, the movie, like I said, follows James Franco. He's a really dumb, really dumb interview guy. He has his own talk show. Seth Rogen is a producer, and they get approached by a secret agent lady played by Lizzie Kaplan, I think it's pronounced, and she actually honey badgers him, is what they call it. So she gets him to do something that they didn't want to do by using her body, let's just say. And they end up going to meet Kim Jong-un, and they learn about him. And I think the movie's funny. It makes him seem so little like a dictator at the beginning, and I like that. Don't get me wrong, I assume the guy is a dictator in all seriousness. I don't know him personally, so sorry, Kim Jong-un, don't take off the Far Off show, please. But I think the movie's hilarious. Just the fact that, yeah, my dad never loved me, pretty much, is what his thing is. And he's just like, I get to live out, I get a tank, I get all the bitches. I think it's funny. But I really think this movie's worth a watch. If you've not watched it, go watch it. It's definitely worth at least a rent. Give it a rent, or buy it, on Google Play, or the Blu-ray even. So, really, I gotta say, I don't want to give too much away, because I think this movie, the jokes can be spoiled easily, and I don't want to give any of those away. Doesn't help that I don't remember any of them at this point, other than the honey badgering one. But, it's kind of cool. It's definitely worth a watch. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.